Hello friend, Tim James here, your chemical-free health coach, founder of chemicalfreebody.com. I'm here with a very important message today. I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 ingredients that you should never consume when you're taking a supplement. And why? Because they're going to cause you long-term problems. That's what it boils down to. So this video was preempted basically because I got sick and tired myself of doing all this research on the main ingredients in a product, and then making sure that it's non-genetically modified, making sure that the product is organic, making sure that the product is naturally occurring in nature, and it's just from a good source, and it's fair traded, and there's no slave labor. That's a lot of work. And then you finally get that done, and then you find out that there's these other ingredients that manufacturers use to get these products to go through their machines. So basically, what these things are, these other ingredients, are called excipients, and they're like binders to hold tablets together, or they're flow agents, so the raw materials will flow through machines really fast for encapsulation, and bind these fillers to kind of fill in the capsules too, because a lot of people, consumers, don't like to see an empty capsule. So to increase sales and make it look good, they fill it up. That would be a filler. So the problem is a lot of these binders, fillers, and flow agents actually cause some problems in the human body, and I'm going to share these with you today, what I learned, and hopefully this will prompt you to read your label, not just the ingredients, but the other ingredients. So you could have great ingredients, but if the other ingredients are bad, it's kind of like this story I heard where this woman was making brownies, and she had world famous brownies, and her daughter and her friend came up and wanted to obviously have some of those brownies, and she asked mom if she could go to this rated R movie, and the daughter was not of age to go to that movie, and she said, sure, you can go to the movie, which was really weird because the mother never allowed this, but the mother said that you have to eat my brownies first. And they were looking at each other like, what's she up to? But there was a catch. She said, just so you know, the brownies are different than they were before. She's like, what's different? She goes, well, you won't notice because everything else is the same. I have all the best ingredients. It's how I've made them forever. But I put just a little bit of cat poop in there. And then the girls were all grossed out. And she's like, but you won't even notice it. You won't even see it. It's going to taste the same. And the girls are completely grossed out and they didn't want it. Okay, that story is exactly the same as the way I look at these binders and these flow agents and these fillers, except that it's not cat poop, it's other stuff that is well beyond that and could cause you harm, and that you would not have your ideal health. Now you're spending your good hard-earned money to go out there and buy these supplements to boost your immune system, to combat the amount of chemical toxicity that we have today, maybe pull yourself back from the edge because maybe you've got some type of a health issue you're dealing with, and you're obviously trying to boost yourself up. And what you don't want to do is then put something in your body that's going to tear you down. So let's get into this. So the first one is magnesium stearate. Now magnesium stearate can come from cow bones. It can say beef tallow on the ingredients list, and which is pretty gross because cows can be, they could have mad cow disease. These cows are fed genetically modified corn and soy, so they're GMO inherently just from what they eat. They're also loaded with antibiotics and other types of injections and stuff like that, growth hormones. So it's just something you want to stay away from. And there's also vegetable sources like canola and soy and other hydrogenated oils, and they actually heat them on a hot plate and coagulate those oils, and they dry them into a powder, and that's how they make magnesium stearate on a vegetable source. But just want to stay away from it. So check this out. So I pulled this article up at PubChem. It's just an open chemistry, and this is actually about magnesium stearate. Now, just so you know, magnesium stearate is on the EPA's Toxic Substance Control Act inventory list, if this gives you an idea. Safety and hazards can cause skin irritation, cause serious eye irritation, may cause respiratory irritation. There's a specific target organ toxicity, respiratory tract irritation, may cause long-term and lasting effects to aquatic life. So it's basically hazardous to the environment. That's just not good at all. So that's just something you don't want to do. I mean, this product, magnesium stearate, could literally lower your immunity. And here's some other stuff. Actually, they gave lethal doses of it to rats, and 50% kill rate over 10,000 milligrams. Lower doses on the rats actually changed their weight in their liver and lowered their weight in their kidneys, and they got some bladder issues as well. Now, I also pulled up a material, I'll cover the company's name up, but there's a material safety data sheet that I pulled up on magnesium stearate, and it says first aid measures. All right, eye contact, wash thoroughly with running clean water, get medical advice if irritation develops, skin contact, inhalation, wash with clean water, remove to fresh air, get medical attention for any difficulty breathing, ingestion, seek medical advice. Yet we're ingesting it a lot in these capsules. And I thought I highlighted one more thing in the back here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's on the EPA's Toxic Substance Act. So that's magnesium stearate. All right, let's go to number 2, one of my favorites, silicon dioxide. Okay, again, this is on the EPA's list of toxic substances, and I've actually got this printout right from the EPA about silicon dioxide. It says all pesticides sold or used in the United States must be registered by the EPA based on scientific studies showing that they can be used without poisoning or posing, excuse me, Freudian slip, unreasonable risk to people or the environment. Now, the use profile says that silicon dioxide is an insecticide, and it's used in controlling insects, mites, and ticks, a variety of indoor and outdoor sites. It's a dust that's applied with a handheld deal, and it's put on grain and other food and pets and their sleeping areas. So here's the human health assessment. Toxicity says available studies demonstrate that silicon dioxide have moderate to low toxicity. The pesticides have been placed in toxicity category number 3 for acute oral and dermal effects. That means your skin. And the toxicity ranges in, level 1 is the worst and level 4 is the lowest. So it's a level 3. And both silicon, let me see if there was anything else in here. Oh yeah, in its primary component, silica is found in common minerals like quartz, sand, and allergen. Typically, from what I've discovered, it's mostly from sand. So when you're consuming silicon dioxide or just silica, it's basically sand. And this can cause hardening of the arteries. This can cause liver stones and gallstones. Just something you don't want to put in your body. All right, let's go to number 3, dicalcium phosphate. So dicalcium phosphate, again, I pulled up some stuff on it, and here is a safety data sheet. It can cause skin irritation, eye irritation, respiratory irritation. Wear protective gloves or protective clothing, eye protection when you're using it. If you ingest it, call a poison center doctor if you feel unwell. And it goes into a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's used as a filler and a binder in some of these tablets. It comes from completely inorganic rock sources, and it can cause joint issues. That was a big one I talked to Dr. Treadway about. He said specifically dicalcium phosphate it can cause joint issues. How many people today are having problems with joints? A lot. And it can also cause gallstones, liver stones, kidney stones, and it will irritate your digestive tract and your respiratory tract. So the point is, guys, is even though these things are, some of them are considered safe in lower doses, who decided that? Okay, if a lethal dose, if it's lethal in a large dose and it can kill you, doesn't that mean that if you take a little bit, it could be killing you just a little bit every day? That's my belief. So why would we do all this when we have an answer, right? So the answer is either don't use them or use an organic source like rice bran. Ta-da! I mean, why didn't they think of this? I don't know, but that's what we do. So I'll give you an example. So this is our digestive enzyme formula. And if you look here on the label, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'll try to zoom in. I don't think it's gonna zoom in on me. Let me see if I can get it. So there we go. So it says no other ingredients, right? We got a veggie cap, and then it says no magnesium stearate, no silicon dioxide, no dicalcium phosphate. You're gonna see this on all of our supplements. Now I'll give you an example. Here's another product, our Critical Cleanse product. Let's see if we can zoom in on this one and get there we go. And as you can see, what we did for other ingredients, we use a vegetable capsule and we use non-GMO rice flour for our flow agent to get it to go through the capsulation machine. And again, no magnesium stearate, no silicon dioxide, and no dicalcium phosphate. So let's get zoomed in again. So there you go. That's pretty much it. So those are the 3 ingredients that you'd want to stay away from when you're looking for supplements. There's others, you can see like silicon stuff. I mean, there was actually a longer list, but those are the top 3 that I see over and over and over again when I'm coaching people and they're like, Tim, is this supplement good for me or not? I have them just send me a picture of the ingredients list, and very quickly I can look at it and check the main ingredients and also check the other ingredients. Because what I tell them, I just tell them the mom and the daughter cat, the brownie story, and usually they get it, because even if you have a good product, yet it's tainted with a little bit of bad, it's really not a good product long term, and why would you want to, again, spend your hard-earned money for that? So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on binders, fillers, and flow agents, and what to look out for, because it's very important. Again, I'm so passionate about bringing you products that are not only, you know, good quality, completely naturally occurring in nature, you know, no slave labor, great for the environment, fair trade and all that stuff, and we sure as heck got to make sure that these other ingredients are not going to taint what we've worked so hard to put into our products for you. So, and we didn't do that. So in fact, some of the like the stuff like the rice bran is actually beneficial and helps increase absorption of the nutrients, which in the case of magnesium stearate actually decreases absorption. That's something I forgot to mention earlier. But all right, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, you deserve to have amazing health. Why wait any longer? You know, get over here and join us. Join the chemical-free movement today, and start taking charge of your health. And you know, be a shining light to your community and your family and your friends about how simple it is to take your health back. You know, drinking the water, clean out your gut, take some of these supplements, some of these products, and just watch and see what happens. As you start getting better, your skin starts looking better, you start getting your more energy and your vitality back. People are going to want that, and that is how we're going to change our community and this planet we call home. So thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you again very soon.